Thanks, Kath. Thanks, Hardcore. Thanks, Gnome Bucket.
Oh, fuck it. I guess I'm ready. Hi, chat. Paladin Star, yeah. The Anatomist is interesting too. Research corpses. I don't know, I feel weird talking, I don't like it. I got a hair in my mouth. I haven't talked in a while, which is weird. I don't know, like a day. That's pretty fucked up to think about. I just haven't spoke in like since the last stream, whenever that was. Hey, Kangaroo. Things are things, you know? Heat went out, or power went out last night, which meant heat went out. I had my electric generator things, but I used them to watch TV instead of heat. It got cold. Camper working on the house. Yeah, it was like 16 degrees last night. It was fucking cold. Well, see, when I don't have power, I have nothing. If I don't use electric for my internet, I have fucking nothing. I have no cell service, nothing. I am just sitting in the dark, so. Part of living in the woods. No glowworms, no nothing. I got a lot of good lights, but nothing to do but sit and thumb my butthole. So not a new crisis, huh? Am I tiny? I don't know. I don't know what size things are supposed to be anymore. People keep saying that. I guess I could make it bigger. It's just a mess back there. Is that better? Yeah, don't touch my body. No, you can't. It's fine. Look at these little freaks. Damn. What's that supposed to mean? I wanted to try the new DLC. See if there's anything exciting. Tracks your research on beasts, goblins, undead, and LD. Mutates the body, causing sickness. That's tight. Yeah, I think it came out yesterday. No, a couple days ago. You can hire more of them, huh? Can you do anything with them if you hire them in other runs? Hmm. What was the passive? I didn't even... Oh, just can't be confident? Yeah, but they can, like, permanently buff in some way through corpse research, so that's interesting. Or maybe not, but I don't know. It said improve your run in some way through corpse research. Fuck if I know. I haven't done it. We'll find out. When I do it. I can sail south immediately. That's exciting. Exciting. You're exactly how much money I have? I don't think it's gonna affect everybody, but I'm not sure. I wonder. Sad. The arena's not here. A thief. Look at you, buddy. Look at you. The Mortician. Ah, yes. I don't have a gnome bucket yet. I have a weasel. The weasel. God damn it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. Braniel of the land. Thank you for the 83 months. Ah. I'll get there. Randland, a true Spartan, doesn't need no food. Food's gross. Who the fuck are you? You probably told me who you used to be. I'm learning that who you used to be. Thank you for the 69 months and the 61 months. And no man. You don't give it to anybody. It's right there in your name. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Truly. If it wasn't against terms of service, I would suck all your dicks. It's just the rules, though, and I gotta follow them. It's not my choice. The thought that counts, though, as they say. Is this gonna take me to the arena town? I could have checked first, couldn't have I? I keep thinking you can't check that shit. Maybe I have to been there once. Fritz, thank you for the prime sub. Gotta change those terms of service. I wasn't even invited to the streamer award. I thought that was legitimately a joke today. I saw everybody posting about streamer awards, and I thought it was just a big hee-haw because it's award season. I didn't realize it was actually a thing that was happening. It's probably happened years in a row, and I just never pay attention. Might be faster if I jerk everyone off. Well, yeah, but it's not about speed. It's about love. Like everything sexual should be. Oh, was it the first one they've done? Weird. And it wasn't done by... Well, it's the first one not done. Twitch did one once, many years ago. They gave out like one award, like Streamer of the Year or some shit. Or Hall of Fame. Yeah, Hall of Fame, the Lethal Frag. Sometimes I think I just say Lethal Frag wrong. In like the worst wrong way as well. Well, that's unfortunate. That's like all my money I spent on that guy. Yeah, Hessa was the best guy. I was told I won best dick, and I'm just gonna run with it. Alright, and you got all the kills. What's the frog emote? No, they never did another thing to add anyone. That's what I was saying. The Twitch stopped their Hall of Fame awards. And, they're taking the frog back from the Nazis. Tainted. Kettle Black. It's not even your turn, but it's just a nice name, I feel. Fucking Fritzl Ditzel. I'm not gonna use the numbers, I'm sorry. Looks nicer in my group. Thank you for the 90 fucking months. 10. We could not have had. Not quite how babies work. Just in case you were wondering. Maybe. Like a lot of preemies. But unlikely we could have had 10 babies in that time. But I respect your enthusiasm and desire to have me impregnate you. Sin didn't tell me who they were. Oh, that's true. You could have had the 10 babies at once. I got good birth and hips. I'm supposed to do a Girl Scout meeting on positive body image. I can't say birthing hips, I don't think. Head in the game. Now, babies actually take longer than 9 months. Little known fact, men. But there's like the whole like sperm fertilizing the egg part that takes a little time. It's not an instant. It's not like you come, she pregnant, 9 months, bammo. It's okay. You'll get there. Yeah, dude, I spent like 2 hours today reading about fucking body positivity, which is a good thing, I guess, to read about while I sit here and shame myself and call myself fat, which I learned today I shouldn't do because this is fucking the confidence of my child, so. Average closer to 10 months. Yeah, because of the, like, whatever, conception period or whatever, like, there's the time of brewing in there that they don't count. You don't know you're pregnant at that point, basically. Dude, super early preemies is amazing. That it can even, that we can even deal with. I guess it's not that amazing if you really think about it. We're pretty advanced species now, huh? At least technologically. That part of it. Yeah, they don't even base it off the day you fuck. Which is confusing. I'm sure more than once has probably caused relationship issues. Getting the date and being like, wait a minute, we didn't even fuck that day. Because everyone keeps a sex journal, right? To keep track of the days they fuck on. Not just me, right? You always keep track in the 3-month span. I feel like I have had a freakish number of pregnancy scares in my life. Like, it's real high. And now that I said that, I realize dude should rap it more often. But, like, this might be a me problem, I'm realizing. Makes shit that really did make me think, huh? maybe I could address this issue. Maybe this isn't me. Though I've retired my penis, so it's irrelevant now. My laundry's done. I need to go put it in the dryer. I don't want to get up. And at least 50% to blame. Like 38. Because, like, the other 62% is the condom industry for just sucking. Give me a pill I can take. There isn't available, really, Calf. I looked into it once before. When someone made that argument to me in chat. I don't think it's something that's, like, readily available. Unless that's changed in the last year or two. They also just don't care, Reaper. They're working on a supersonic ball bath that kills everything, lets you fuck worry-free for like 4 hours. It's showing really good promise. Do we have to like put our balls in like one of those things at the bowling alley? And then... Because I'm in. That's tight. I like the term ball bath. And honestly, I should get one. So, you know, because there are some days where, like, I don't need a full shower, but my balls could use a nice soak. It's swampy down there. This really is like a small hot tub for your scro. I think that's why it took me so long to have kids in the first place, because it's always a sauna in my genitals. Whoa, thank you for the 26 months. I remember Steve Irwin saying he had to wear special mesh underwear. Keep his boys cool so he could have a baby. You got 4 hours, Vaporeal. Like, just, you gotta have a plan, you know? If you're going out, make dinner and whatever else you're doing, and then you got 4 hours. That's a lot of time to have a nice, enjoyable date and sex. Plenty. Short, fuck. That's a long date. I don't want to spend 4 hours with another human being, unless we're fishing and they don't talk a lot. Water wicking underwear with a hammock in them for my ball. Like, that sounds like you don't have to, but heavenly. Where do we get those? Can I get a link? They're probably like $25 a pair, and I can't afford that kind of luxury for my nuts. Can we go on a fishing date? Yeah, I'll go fishing with whoever. There's a great reason now, yeah, we know why. And I think it was it's not even like that complicated of a reason. Like, we come out helpless and all baby-like because any bigger and the mom would die. That's it. It's not complicated. It's not. I don't know. I feel like you're overplaying that science there. But that doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. It makes perfect sense. What do you mean? For a species to thrive. Yeah. It's what about we did easily. Totally dominated the planet in like a record amount of time. You're making the argument that I think what you're trying to say is that we could do birth better. Is that what you're saying? Because it's not that complicated how we got here, how we evolved to here, and we're like not the only species that has pretty useless babies. I mean, like even things like kangaroos live in that fucking pouch for a long ass time and stuff like that. Or eggs that they bury or just leave in a nest unprotected until then they get eaten and die. Those just look like regular underwear. Those don't look like anything special. I think I might be wearing those. No, I'm wearing rubber duckies that say swag. I got them for Christmas. They're horrible. I hate them. Well, the pouch is like technically still a part of a womb. They don't leave the pouch for 11 months and continue to go in and out of it for 18 months. But yeah, the people don't realize the pouch isn't like dry or anything. Like it's like legitimately a womb for a long time. When they're first in the pouch, they're like super preemies, right? Like they're not fully developed. Swag boxers, probably, dude. Yes, those exact ones. Yes. Aren't those horrible? I got them for Christmas, though, and they're free underwear. I'm wearing them. Shut up. They're marsupials, they don't even count. All right, well, now you're just making up rules about what you think is weird and what's not. But, like, I don't know. There's a perfectly good explanation for how we evolved to where we did with birth. So I'm gonna disagree with your "isn't it crazy" statement. And more like, it's pretty cool. Personally. It's just because we're intelligent, though, right? Like, that's legitimately the whole issue with babies being worthless. Our giant brains in our giant heads would kill our mothers if we waited till we were more capable. That's what I was gonna say. So that's what started this conversation, was me saying like it's pretty crazy how preemies and stuff, how early they can be born. But like, yeah, we're probably really close to artificial wombs, eh? I would guess we're not that far, and probably already have many prototypes. They're just not functional. That's every species, though, Kettle. You're again describing literally every animal on the planet. Like nothing about that is unique except like a slightly longer time frame, because it is every species on. What are you talking about? Every species on the planet has some vulnerability for their young. There's no species that doesn't. Not all four-legged things come out walking, but yes, they're still incredibly vulnerable. And still require protection, and some animals, like up to 2 years as well, require to be protected and taught by their parents before they can go out on their own. I would say if you really wanted to get into the difference with, like, if you really wanted to debate the, like, crazy part about humans versus other animals is the rate at which we develop our ability to survive. Not just, like, walking and stuff like that. Because babies can walk for, like, 11 months, some of them. Or earlier than that, probably. Which is pretty close to, like, we're talking with kangaroos. But even though a baby could walk, it still can't it would just eat rocks and die. Right? Like, that's, if you left a baby in the field by itself and said, you can walk now, go free, it would just choke to death on rocks. Newborns don't have high death rates anymore. But even, like, most four-legged animals still have a pretty long time of feeding off their mother and stuff like that. But yeah, I think our as smart as we are, right, as intelligent as we get, it takes us a long time to be able to sustain, right? Up until recent history. Yeah, but we're not talking about up until. And dude, what do you think the fucking baby, what do you think the baby success rate is in other animals and other species? That's not crazy though. Like, how many baby deer do you think survive? What do you think the success rate is? Right, and we don't have litters because if we did, we would overpopulate even faster and die even faster. Like, that's just, again though, that's just how evolution has worked out for all species. Fish lay millions of eggs because they know only like 7 are gonna make it, right? Like, that's just, and if they have too many, they eat their young. Like, that was the other alternative. We had like 6 kids at once and started eating 3. I mean, yeah, like, human childbirth is a horrible, dangerous process. Oh, that's a club foot. Sure, I mean, I just don't think it's weird. I don't think it's even that unique if you really compare it to the grand scheme of things, considering our insanely advanced intelligence to literally every other thing on this planet. There's nothing that's even close. As much as people want to call dolphins smart and monkeys smart, and they're not even a fraction of as intelligent as we are. But we only have no natural predators because of our intelligence. we did have human beings, or our ancestors did have natural predators. Yeah, guns got spear. Even before that, spears, right? Fucking picking up a rock. Because that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't really discuss with predators either. Predators don't like to fight. It's not a thing they're actively looking to do. So just by our sheer size and our intelligence, again, to be intimidating, we can ward off predators pretty easily. We have probably more aggressive predators towards humans now because of reduced wildlife sizes and stuff like that than we had probably 100 years ago even. Or 200 years ago. Because they just had better food to eat, right? Animals are opportunists. They don't, they aren't looking for a dangerous encounter. I'm not taking this seriously. I had a bad feeling I would do this. I would be too out of it to take Battle Brothers series. A lot of carnivores scavenge, yeah. I mean, the bears is my favorite one. Oath Taker. Wow, look at you. People always look at bears as this amazing predator, and they're just not. It's just not what they do. Or that they're this amazing hunter because they see a picture of a bear catching a salmon. But bear only go to the river to eat salmon when the salmon are so fucking thick that you could catch one with your mouth. They don't go there any other time because the salmon aren't there. The salmon are only there because they're coming in to breed. And the bears have learned that, so they go there every year to catch salmon. They literally get so thick in some of those places that you can it looks like you can walk across them. And they're in this much water. Their backs are sticking out of the water this far. A serious wounded herd predator. Yeah, they don't have the weight. They don't have ways to survive, right? They don't have ways to heal themselves. Besides licking their wound, right? It's not like they can take care of it. So predators don't want to fight. They will, but they do not want to. More likely would get eaten by himself to spy. Like dogs, like wolf packs and stuff like that, they'll kill an injured wolf, because he's gonna die anyway. And becomes a liability. Bears create a giant butt plug. That's the one that really fucks me up. They actually eat a fucking crazy bunch of high fiber garbage and create a butt plug to hibernate. Legitimately. Pretty fucked. Sounds painful. They gotta pass that in the spring. Dr. Dolittle 2. I only watched the real Dr. Dolittle, the musical. What a boss. I'm gonna actually go eventually here.
But yeah, most bears' diet is fruit. Fruit. We have it here even with coyotes, dude. The hillbillies get all gung-ho that the coyotes are out there picking off baby deer and stuff like that. And like, they will. They can. They have the ability, but it is absolutely not their first choice. The fucking coyote here is the size of a baby deer. I haven't done a new playthrough really yet. We have no issue with deer population here. We are worried about some different diseases, obviously. But a lot of that comes down to high populations of deer in smaller areas feeding off the same food. That's how a lot of that shit's getting spread. Like we constantly on and off ban baiting deer, which hunters do put down food plots and stuff like that for their deer. Because the deer all are eating off the same food piles and stuff like that. Getty, thank you for the 14 months. Yeah, horses running out. That one blew me away. Horse cannibalism is like... you would never think. Because they don't even hardly have the teeth for it. But they're such insane eaters that they'll just destroy all the food, eat until there's nothing left, and then they start starving to death and eating each other. And I did not know penguins were into necrophilia, but, you know, animals get away with all that freak shit. You're actually not that bad. You're not good at ranged. It's a weird start because you don't start with enough guys to really do anything. Could have hit him. Hunter thing to 20 months. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna play a little. I just did that long week or two of Battle Brothers, so I don't know how long I'll be able to commit to it without getting bored, but fuck off. Boy. Forgot to give you a fucking weapon. Yeah, it was never intended to be a massive DLC, so it's free. Alright, guess we'll just not kill anyone. And 6 years later. Please make the goaltending better. I really liked Ned for like a minute, but he is not done well. Tonight wasn't goaltending though. Alright, I just can't get going here. Greco, I missed your 9 months. Thanks, baby. I mean, they both are a problem, but I think it is definitely goaltending issues right now. The inconsistency of it, it's just all over the fucking place. I mean, we've been scored on 10 times in 2 games this week, right? That's bad. So, like, we had like a football score the other day. It was like 10-7. Come on now. Boom, boom. Even Australia saw the goal. You talking about the one that he scored on himself? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it made it to Australia. I saw like a fucking mom tweet it who doesn't tweet anything, or not, Facebook post it. Something like, this is how my day is going. And then the video of our poor goalie scoring on himself. No hockey. You could be really shit at range someday. Yeah. Red Wings. Iggy and I. Red Wings fans, I guess. We have to be. It's all bad, dude. It's just all bad. Maybe there's enough gear for sale for once, though. I like watching on TV. I'd rather watch sport on TV. I'm a weirdo. I like the replays. I like to see what happened. I know I'm a freak. It's nice though. Baseball, really. That sounds hot and sunny. And long. Hockey's short too. That's also frustrating going to games. Like a pro game especially. You drive fucking 3 hours to go to a Detroit game or 2.5 hours to go to a Detroit game and the game only lasts 2.5 hours. I don't have enough gear is the problem, Kat. You don't start with any shields naturally. This is a weird start gear-wise. So buying units means you also have to find equipment for them or they just die, like it's been happening to me the last couple of attempts. And no people yelling. You know, no fat old bald dude yelling. Not to body shame. Sorry, I read about body shaming all day. It's just in my head. But yeah, no bald old dude. Bald is body shaming. I can't stop now. Fuck him. He's fat too. Screaming that he could have stopped that goal. Old as ageism, that's fine. I didn't read about that today. I have to do a Girl Scout meeting on body positivity or whatever, and I feel unqualified. 1, hate my body. And 2, I'm a man. But here we go. Why are they all so shit? You still don't have a shield. Just don't be shit. Fuck off! God, dude, yeah, the no gear is just... That's not the button I wanted to press at all. It's just a pain in the ass. And they have no confidence, so they're garbage. Alright, maybe we'll look at the other start. That one sounds easy. My brain can handle easy. It says it's not, so we'll see why. Why are you only level 1? Oh, you start with a sexy banner, though. You have 37 fatigue, huh? That's kind of low. Seven resolve. He tank? I mean, he won't be that tanky, and he can't swing, so he'll just be standing there going, Ugh. Someday I'll get a juggler who's not butt. Not today, though. I don't actually hate it. I'll be fine. The lady's still helping out a bit. It's fun, man. Okay, so this is the oath, huh? Evildoers skulk and hide away from the walls of that blah blah. The fuck you want me to do? Oh. But earn less money. Your men do not heal injuries. Your men cannot move during the first round of combat. Got it. Who needs to move? I should have named them. Why do you have a... I guess I gave you a dagger. Grimskulling for the 68 months! But yeah, Girl Scouts is better than the pageant stuff. You can get me out of the pageant stuff. You're gonna bonk your head? Fenrir. Thanks for the $10. You can have a boy. Oh. Nope. Nope. Stop getting your ass kicked, you little wimp. You had a boy and they died. Who's the best boy in the bunch? They died first. It was the run I was most excited about of all of the runs so far. Whoever this man is needs a raise. Drawing a bath. Sorry, nobody says drawing a bath. Yo, Greco. Thanks for the $50. Haha, weird gif. I don't know what that means, but thanks for the money. Is that one of the memes? Oh, it didn't play. You wanted the sexy noise? That's $69. I'm sorry. It shows a $50 bill, which is misleading, but it's like a secret achievement that nobody knows about. I just told you. Especially because it fucks up Brandland's YouTube work. And I should remove it, but... Think we got away with it last time? I'll try to talk when it's going on. You know, and that'll help. Noises. They were all shitty options, but it probably will fuck me. Fuck me.
like that. Here, Kath, have another one. This one sucks since your other one died. Fan Raw. Super devoted. Grim Skull. Kreko, you get this super fancy banner, lad, because you gave me a lot of money. It's Krek-Ro. The fuck, who knew? You probably. That's... I read that as that sex piece, and I was like, yeah, he knows. Yeah, it does play, what is it called? Something whispers. It's not silent whispers. It's something. Careless. Careless whisper. That sex piece. Careless whisper. Big sex. This is a jam, honestly. And the internet turned it into a joke, but it's a jam. Dude, I'm jealous. I was gonna say I should play it, but I shouldn't. Come on, idiot. You'll be, Hunter. Jesus Christ. Do you do Twitter, Kath? I want to make you mad about something because it's fucking loony bin level shit. I don't think you do Twitter much, though. Yeah, you do. Did you see all that Domina shit today? It's not just today, but really blew up today. That dude's a fucking lunatic. And he instantly replied to my tweet, which makes me feel even better. I found his personal Twitter because I looked into it before about music for something. I don't remember why. But he's just crazy God fanatic. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them, Tayo. If you get to his personal Twitter, it is just all like I don't even give a shit anymore about the mask thing. Like I'm over debating the mask thing. Just the like fucking man bro stuff of it, like bragging about being balls deep in your girlfriend. Like, whoop-de fucking do, dude. Congratulations. It's not. That's like what you do in a relationship. You fuck. Grats. Was there a gluten-free Pop-Tart comment? Yeah, dude, he's absolutely off his fucking rocker. For those that aren't aware, the Domina guy added to his patch notes for his newest update that real men don't wear masks, and then goes on about how like real men have money and women will only respect you if you don't wear a mask and make money. Something along those. I'm paraphrasing, but he added it to his patch notes, which then led people to like look a little deeper, and there's a whole bunch of shit like that. Yeah, like that's the thing. I don't the mask thing, whatever. It's still like the whole idea of the insane misogyny on top of it, and then forcing it on people through your patch notes. That's a whole nother level of I've lost my mind. Domina, the like weird Twitch integration gladiator game. I played it a bit, not a lot, like 1 or 2 streams. Anyway, you know, I don't leave reviews often, but today's a good day to leave a bad review just for fun. Him insta replying to me, yeah. That is, I don't know, true, Bran. I went down the rabbit hole today because I had nothing better to do with my life, and I don't know that that's true. That may be made up. I saw a lot of shit. We don't need extra, so I can't confirm that. Let's stick to the part that's true, which the dude's a fucking lunatic, misogynist, religious nut. Which, you know, religion's fine, but he's Canadian too, and like pro-American gun, which is really funny. Not Canadian gun. I didn't see a damn thing about Canadian gun, but like big on American pro-gun, specifically talking about like Americans and their guns. Nothing about how he wants one in Canada, but like just a huge America fanboy that lives in Canada. Which is new for me. I've never experienced that one. Somebody like trying to be nice like tweeted at him about the trucker shit going on and how it was a shit show. Thinking he would be like, you know, not a crazy QAnon guy. And instead the guy was like, we're fine here in Canada. You just, you know, stay down there in America and keep polishing your guns and fighting for your freedom. And the guy was like, oh, well, I didn't expect that response. And not in like an ironic way, but like in a genuine, hell yeah, guns as a Canadian. Really weird take. He's like weaving for America, for sure. PK, I think, with 57 months. And just drank it all up. That's the weird part, because he's not American. Like, yeah. It's usually the opposite, you know? A yank weeb? That's me, lately. Raiders? Why? It's 1 star. What is this? This will probably just get us killed. Is there something? How many is some? Is it just not very many? Yeah, it's just not very many. The Camera Pageant Productions? That's creepy. And not because of, you know, like I'm a dad, so it's I can get away with it, but to bring that to the internet is creepy. There's a bunch of sick fucking weirdos on this internet.
Ow. I have to fucking film the kindergarten circus again this year. I can't say no to the woman that asks me every year to do it. She gives the best hugs. Like, how can you say no to a really good hug? You can't. Answer, you can't. You hate hugs? You and Lacquert are perfect for each other. In like the nicest way. I meant that and the that was a compliment. Somehow. I swear. Oh, come on, you fucking idiots. Don't switch back. Hug fetish? No, definitely not. Just like a good hug. She's a super nice lady that gives really nice hugs. Why would I say no to giving her, to helping her out? It's not about, it doesn't always have to be a fetish. A hand holding fetish? No. Maybe. Probably not though. I don't want to hold hands with anyone whose hands are bigger than mine. Does that count? Which is hard because I have such small hands. Like a carny. Can't believe Grimskull lived. This one didn't add a ton. It's just the last free DLC, so a couple new starts. I say that without playing it, but according to them, it didn't add a ton. A couple new starts, I think like 50 new events, some new gear, and some new classes. But no new end. I think that's the big thing that they're like trying to make sure people don't expect. There's no new crisis. No new zone. So compared to the paid DLCs, it's smaller. But I still think it's, you know, it's tight, it's free. You did get a dude, and he's living so far. Oh, you're the banner boy. Pay attention, Richard. Yeah, me too, Pay. That's me forever. Just, I feel like it doesn't look it on camera here. Maybe if I pull them back against my body. But I have incredibly small hands. This is a Sharpie or a knockoff Sharpie. And this is my hand. It's very small. The Sharpie's bigger around than my, well, about the same big around as my pinky. But yeah, they don't, weirdly the camera doesn't make them look as small as they are. But against any other adult human being, and I'm not that small. Like, I'm 5'9". I'm not freakishly tiny. I'm not some weird 5'2" man. Sorry, chat. But nobody else in my family hands are this small. I think like legitimately they just stopped growing for some reason. Not enough testosterone to my fingertips or something. Me too, Pay. Women especially. When many women have said I've got small hands, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then mine are smaller, and my dick goes crawls inside and dies a little. Can I hold a basketball with one hand? No, dude. I can't hold a softball with one hand. I can't put my hand. Look at this. Is a 20-ounce drink. A regular 20-ounce drink, right? I take excellent dick pictures, though. Yeah. They're very small. Yeah, it's weird. The camera doesn't show it. I have to, like, really compare it to things so that people can tell. And I use a miniature controller, so nobody notices. My hands dominate this miniature controller. This is a baby controller. It's tiny. The dick picture of my hands. My hands are small. My dick is, like, whatever, I think. I've seen quite a few dicks. Could be longer. I don't have a nut. It's like you'd think to be like some good universal thing I'd have laying around. How about like a CD? I can't even barely palm a CD. What is this? Fallout Boy from when we played Monster Hunter. Nobody remembers CDs. I don't have a banana, and bananas come in a wild variety of sizes. It is technically a dick pic, yeah, but you have to capitalize the D, or you're lying. Misleading. I think my hand, if I'm not mistaken, is about 6.5 inches from palm to the tip of my middle finger. If that's a better measurement. Someone get me hard real quick. It's just for measurement's sake. Where's Snow Mark? I'll go over there real quick. I bet Alice ends up having bigger hands than me. That'll really be a heartbreaker. If she's tall, I already told her if she ends up getting taller than me, I'm gonna cut her off at the shins like Cotton Hill. Fuck, I should recruit first. Nah, push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. Grimskull will be fine. Just new stuff. They just added more stuff, which I actually think is a good idea. Not like they didn't expand on the world or anything like that, or Crisis is just some more content shoved in there. More events, more types, and more starts for their last free DLC. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than Mind Raw. So they're just not gonna move, eh? I didn't know that they would not move without a ranged unit. Interesting. Where's your shield? It broke. That's bad. Yeah, bros are back for now. I don't know how long we'll play. See if I can stay committed to a run or not. But Elden Ring is sadly over. 'Twas fun. Good game. I did beat it. Yeah, we beat it yesterday. What ending did I get? The one I got. I don't know. I don't want to know the other endings and stuff if you can resist. I know it's a hard ask. Because weirdly, no one plays Dark Souls that way. But I guess no one's got time to figure it all out. We're getting fucked up over here. Curse Mark of Death? Sure. Yeah. Something to do with the Prince of Death was my ending. I don't know what I did. Honestly, I have no clue what happened. Didn't seem like much. Would be my answer. Did they call me that? I don't remember being called anything. Elden Lord. I got to buy the Elden Lord gear. So I think I am him. He is me. We are one. Come on, you idiot fool. You really went there, huh? Fuck, dude, I don't know. They were both shit, I think. Grimskull might have been valuable. I know Cath was shit. Grimskull was too, so not really anything lost. Gear get was whatever. Wow, I mean, I told you were shit. What do you want from me? Lies? Rip Oath. I don't think so. Unless I read it wrong. You just gain extra renown if none of your men die. Still get some. Who gave me $10? Loom, thanks for the tenner. Well, you gave it to Alice. Thanks for giving $10 to Alice. She deserves it more than me anyway. So Grimskull's fired. Goodbye, Grim. I can still use Cath for now. How do you distinguish enemies from... Couldn't tell which units belong to you. What are you not seeing? The direction they're facing. It's supposed to resemble like a board game. So, like chess. So the facing pieces is really it. Mine will always face to the right and the enemy will always face to the left. That's why they have no legs as well. I thought it was cute, but a lot of people don't get it. Sadly, because this game is great. And I wish that it would have been more popular for the sake of development. Not for me. Me too, I guess. I might as well have selfish intentions shoved in there too. You're not a horrible little farmer. I'll take you. Is that you, Loom? Ask me about Loom. It's pretty pop. I mean... They almost pulled the plug on it right away, so... When it first launched, they weren't going to do anything with it, so I'm super glad they continued on with it at all. I like the art too. It's actually like, it just, you gotta take more than 10 seconds to look at it. Like, the dudes are unique. He says, I think these two are actually the same, which is rare. But the dudes are actually quite unique. And there's all kinds of little effects, like Cath's gonna be fucking hideously missing her nose for the rest of the fucking game. The enemies, the same thing. All the enemies have unique art and stuff. It's well done. And then, yeah, you see a game like RimWorld and people are like, whatever, don't worry about it. I understand because it's RimWorld, right? I guess is the big difference. Midi, thank you for the $10. You have faith? I do need more people, but I also need money. Can I do it? This other farmer only has a these both only have $7 per day. I don't trust them when their wage is that low. I guess we'll give them a look-see. Iron Lung. But shit stars. I'd rather not. Frodo, get out of here. I wonder if these are ever worth hiring. Well, they can't be confident, so no, not really. Oh, you're a Pokey boy. Poke boy? Oh wait, this is a different start. Be my one anatomist. I wonder if there's a way to get those books in any other start. Don't tell me. It's fucking freezing today. It snowed a bunch. I hate it. I want it to be spring. It's daylight savings tonight though, right? I've never been so excited for daylight savings. There's a bunch of unique... Oh my god, you don't have a shield. Or a bit of unique stuff locked behind certain starts. So I would not be surprised. Oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning already? Well, I started super late, huh? Didn't realize. I went and watched Cobalt play Elden Ring for a little bit. Oh, because of daylight savings time. Okay. That makes more sense. I just talked about it. This is why I need to raise money for my daughter's college fund, so she doesn't end up an idiot like me. Yeah, there's like weather predictions already. I didn't realize how far ahead they did weather predictions. I guess I just never looked before, but the weather predictions here are garbage until like middle of April, which really sucks. I need to go fishing, like desperately, in my soul. Daddy needs to go fishing. Yeah, I'm saying, Eva, I'm just saying I don't think it's as popular as it deserves. There's so many garbage tactical XCOM clones and stuff that do really well that are junk. This game's actually good and just deserved a lot more hype than it got. Fuck me. Oh, it's just the new guy? Whatever, we don't even care about that. Never mind. Fuck him. Are you panicked? Yeah. I just got your name in my head now and I can't say it anymore. Thanks for $5. I used to say it no problem without any fear. I don't know what happened to me. Goodbye, Loom. You were short-lived. It's Sunday now, right? It's Sunday morning. My brain is smoked, dude. Yeah. Get my kid today. Why aren't you using a better weapon, dum-dum? Yeah, it has moved forward. I'm excited. It's not going to get dark till like 8:30 now. Yes. It's the best. It's going. I haven't done much tonight. Fail. A messenger. Schnellmark. I just literally just left Schnellmark because there was no work. There's still no work. New starts, more events and encounters, and new companions. Their last DLC, they say. I will remember you. They did, then they changed their mind. Thank God. Because they did some really good stuff. Come on, Rudolph. You're all I can afford. Oh, drunken understudy. What an idiot. Wear this hat because you're dumb. Dumb idiots get dumb idiot hats. Them's the rules. Where are you? There is apparently a pretty good mod out there for it already. Pretty inclusive mod, does a whole bunch of changes to the game. That's what I probably will do next after this, is check out FTL, that FTL mod that's out there. It's supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, multiverse. I've heard good things. I can't make them mad by betraying them. Fuck package deliveries. Fuck caravans. Yeah, I really like FTL. The game got super fucking easy, so I'm hoping that I can find a way to make it enjoyable. If not, there's always like XCOM Long War or something. I don't know what to play lately. Actually, the last couple months haven't been terrible. I liked Elden Ring a lot. Wasn't great for stream, but it was a lot of fun to play. Into the pit. I don't know. Maybe. Sometimes I just forget the generic names of games. Yeah, I would play NG Plus too, Bran. I would like to, but I probably won't. but I would like to. Yeah, the new War of the Chosen Long War that's not made by the same people interests me a little bit. I really didn't like War of the Chosen though, which is why I haven't just played it. War of the Chosen IMO was the worst XCOM, besides UFO Defense, because I couldn't figure that game out. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Bumkiss is just weird. It was a weird game to stream. There's like no talking in chat at all. I've never felt like I was being view-botted as bad as I did during that game. And that like includes Russian fishing. Thanks, Bumkiss. No, I don't think so, John. Maybe I have. The name sounds familiar. Seriously, game names at this point just blend. It's just some melted ball in my head. I think the Witcher games would be the same shit, maybe. Like just, I did that playthrough of Dick Shepherd games. I just need to stay in my lane for a bit. Damn, I really thought this was a decent start, but we just can't keep the quest rolling. Oh, I think I would have no problem playing the Witcher games as far as like just me personally enjoying it. I'm sure I'd enjoy it. It's just the stream side of things. Dollar bills, y'all. And I know how long it would take me to play the Witcher games, because I'd have to do fucking everything. This is a shit start. Now we're on day 7 already. It's not running into any combat. Hey, to resolve, that's tight. Go save with 14 months. Forager. Sounds familiar. Maybe. Oh yeah, Witcher has a card game in it too. I forgot about that. There'd go 7 years of my life. That's my opinion of all the Mass Effect games too, though, Vaporeal. I don't think any of the Mass Effect games are good video games. It's like, from a gameplay standpoint. They sucky. But, tons of fun. Love the story, love the character stuff, would gladly play them again. So, I felt that's why I know I could enjoy Witcher. I just... haven't done it. Yeah, it's my favorite series of all. Like, it's like I say all the time about, alright, well, you're gonna die a terrible death. About loving a game and being able to still criticize it, because, yeah, like, Mass Effect is my favorite game series that exists. And I also think it has the least interesting gameplay of anything I've ever played on stream. I do play it as a visual novel, sure. I'd allow that. Yeah, if it was just like a choose your own adventure book, it'd be better. I didn't play any of them when they were new, so maybe that would... No, I played the newest one when it was new, but that wasn't the same story, so there goes that whole... But, maybe they would have been better then? I don't think so, though. They just have nothing special about them. Everything about them has been done in another game and done better. So, I don't see how I would ever think they were that good of a game. He did exist for a brief moment there. I'm not going to put you back up front. You're done. Too much of a hill to climb now with no nose. Briar, thank you for the 2 years. Fuck yeah, bud. Let's go die in here. This run needs to die. Spooky. I think Elden Ring was amazing. The end game for me fell off so hard, but still very much worth playing. I would seriously argue that it's the best open world game ever. How did the end game fall off? They couldn't, or they didn't maintain that exact compliment I just gave it, which is the best open world game ever. Which sucks because it left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Going from holy shit, this is the best open world game I ever played to like the last probably 10% of the game. This isn't really a spoiler. To me, felt very linear. I do know that I missed some side bosses and optional end bosses and end content that could have made it more interesting. But I needed to be done, so I was like 90 hours in anyway. So, but the last few zone areas felt like a Dark Souls game, and not like Elden Ring. It's the best way I can explain it. Has any open world game ever like consistently gone from beginning to end, Jolie Bean? No, right? Like that was my argument for it. Like as much as I complained about it, I think it has better balancing because it's Dark Souls. It has better balance. I'm gonna try to avoid spoilers as well as I can here. It has better balancing than any open world RPG because it's Dark Souls, right? So you can still just get 3-shot. Like, even I had fucking, good vitality. You can still just get 3-shot. Because it's Dark Souls. So, even though I did, like, a shitload of early game exploring, by the time I got to the end, I didn't feel that OP. I didn't build well. I've, like, watched a few streams now and seen how OP people are that, like, are actually Dark Souls savvy. So maybe if you're Dark Souls savvy. And yeah, it does have to narrow eventually. But it narrowed too early, in my opinion. Specifically, they gave you one zone that looks really cool to explore, and there's just not a lot there. And that really just took the wind out of my sails. My exploratory wind out of my sails. It's not balanced at all. Magic destroys all content with you. I'm sure I would struggle. Like I did throughout the entire game. You've probably played every Souls game that ever existed, and now you're upset that they've gotten too easy for you. I don't think it just ended. I just don't think but yeah, the narrowing scope is just disappointing. I don't see how you could make it not. And I don't think in bosses, I don't know. I don't agree with anyone's opinion on that shit with OP stuff because, like, one, you don't have to play it. There's a lot of variety. And two, the game is challenging for a lot of folks, no matter how you build. There is a lot of that doesn't bug me as much as the like FromSoft fans that just refuse to acknowledge where FromSoft sucks. Because that is the biggest actually I said the biggest compliment was the best open world game I've ever played. But the biggest compliment I give them is they address the biggest issue Dark Souls had, which is accessibility. People like my brother, who are, you know, closing on 40, that don't have the capability to play Dark Souls games anymore, or the willpower to play through Dark Souls games anymore, love Elden Ring. Because when shit gets hard, there's just other stuff to go do and get stronger and come back and do it later. So they like, at this point, anyone who's saying Dark Souls isn't still accessible, I think is full of shit. Beyond maybe like some straight up disability stuff, right? You just don't like the game, right? At this point, if you say Dark Souls is too hard, you just don't like the game. You don't like the idea of going out and grinding and stuff like that. But like, it never felt like grinding in that game. I never did any grinding. I just went exploring. I mean, when I played Pokemon the first time, I grinded levels in Pokemon by just running around in circles in grass. That sucked. When I played Final Fantasy VII the first time, I ran around in grass for fucking dozens of hours to get like a fucking whatever, a special power from a really hard area. But yeah. I think that is the biggest advantage that the game has, and I think you see it in who's playing it and sales numbers and everything. Is good. Without taking away the difficulty for the happy hobs and stuff out there, right? He still hasn't beat the game without getting hit, last I knew. I mean, it won't take him long because he's done it with 4 other Dark Souls games, and they can only make up so many attack patterns, but... Quaza, thank you for the 42 months. So then I just think you don't like the genre, Tio, right? I don't think that's an Elden Ring problem anymore. Because, like, you can get to the point where you can just 2-shot bosses. Besides, like, the big main story ones. Trying to no-hit the game using his feet. Yeah, I mean, that's just, like I said, that's just a whole nother... Yeah, exactly, Duran. So it won't take him long. And that doesn't make Elden Ring too easy. I'm seeing a lot of people saying it's too easy. I don't know. The other option was for them to just make a really long linear game that slowly scales in difficulty, but... If I was really going to break the whole... Sorry, I know some of you would rather see me just play Battle Brothers. If I was really going to break the whole game down, I would say that is another, like, sort of issue with the game, is you can tell that the balancing for high level is really just super high damage. They don't have a good answer. They didn't get super creative with attack patterns and stuff like that to add difficulty. It really is just shit hits super hard. I was near soft cap, I'm pretty sure, for Vitality, and still got 2-shot by the last boss. Yeah, Loken, which is why I keep telling people what I'm saying, that, like, when you get stuck, just... Why aren't you wearing that? When you get stuck, just go explore. Because it is a really good game, and it's totally worth playing if it interests you at all. And you can make the game pretty trivial without running out of content, without having to do boring shit. You heard some damage is percent of HP and not a flat number? That's definitely possible. and could have been the case. Specifically one boss, I won't spoil what, but specifically one boss, his attack drains a percent of your health. Not with damage though, it drains your max health. Which really just shit on my build of high vitality. But that's just how I always play Dark Souls, is two-handed, high vitality, no blocking, no parrying. Did it get repetitive for you? Yeah. But then you just move on to the story, right? That's what I did. I don't know. I think it was good. As good as it can be for that type of game. And again, I'm going to compare it to every other open world RPG I've played. It suffers from some of the same issues, you know, of open world RPGs. But it's certainly not like a Divinity. Divinity is the best, like, 12 hours of a video game I've ever played. And then the worst 30 hours of a video game I've ever played. Because if you do the side stuff, the rest of the game is a fucking joke. Yeah, they're already beating it in 4 hours, last I heard. So yeah, when you get bored of exploring, if you just want to run to the end, it doesn't take that long. Oh, did they find some warp shit? I muted my mic. That shit's so crazy to me. I can't believe they're already that far into it with bugs and skips. That sucks, sign. Or is cool? I don't know. I'm not a speedrunner. Maybe that's cool. Maybe they're happy about it. I guess if I was a speedrunner, I would want it to be short. If I was a Dark Souls speedrunner, I would want it to be short. But the problem with short is it gets in way more competitive. Because it comes down to fucking frame by frame. But with long ones, when you fuck up 6 hours in, you gotta start over. Yeah, I know, Spence. But I'm just thinking about it as from my perspective, not how people... I was a speedrunner. That's how I started. And yeah, they'll have 9 million categories and all boss and... That's why I made my own category. Technically, I guess you're right. All bosses will be interesting. I'm curious to see if they... Have they broke it down before in any of the other Souls games? Because, like, so many of those bosses aren't bosses. A lot of the side bosses are, like, not. All, yeah, like all remembrances. Yeah, I could see that being a thing. But like all bosses would be dumb if you counted every boss door. Yeah, all remembrances make sense. Now I want to play it again, damn it, chat. I'm sure I missed a bunch of the remembrance bosses, and that sucks because they were the good ones. Yeah, they are reforming. With varied attacks and stuff throughout. I didn't mind that part too much. It did get tedious after about 80 hours, but like that's a hell of a game, dude. There will probably be someone out there who fights them all line. That's speedrunning in a nutshell, dude. Just make up another category. Nerd shut your ass on a ladder. DLC will be interesting. I know the Dark Souls DLCs have gotten like pretty rave reviews. I didn't ever care for them too much because I didn't want to do a whole nother playthrough. And like the time between my playthrough and the DLC, it's like too long to start in the middle, you know what I mean? But I definitely would consider an Elden Ring one because there's still this is the first time I've ever like really wanted to play another class. I use class loosely because Dark Souls. You already kind of fought it. Well, I don't want to spoil shit. It's good. Play it. And I'm not a die-hard Dark Souls guy, so when I say it's good, that should be a little extra. I've played a tiny bit of Dark Souls 2 and rage quit because I sucked. Dark Souls 3 I played through, and Bloodborne I played through, and I think I might have played the Bloodborne DLC, but I can't remember. The game ran okay. I didn't have nearly the lag problems. Rumor has it, and this is just internet rumors, so don't believe any of it. Rumor has it that higher end PCs are actually struggling with it more. I just heard today, like, I guess people are buying the PS4 version and running it on their PS5 because it runs so much better that way and stuff like that. Like, there's a whole bunch of rumors out there, but for me, there was only like twice where it really lagged hard in combat, which I've been playing video games so long, dude. That's nothing. That's just gaming. I late in my playthrough, the game didn't want to run with OBS for me, and it was like a whole shit show of I had to restart my computer, boot the game, tab out during the menu to open at OBS. tab back in. I figured it out. Tab back in the game, continue my run, wait till it loaded, tab out, then start the stream. Any other order, it would just crash over and over and over and over and over for me. But it ran fine outside OBS. I actually left the fucking game running one day, a full like 26 hours, and came back and did a whole stream without a problem. So I don't know, it seemed to run okay for what it is. It crashed on me in my 120 hours. It crashed on me, I think, like once a night, but I was doing like 10-hour streams most of the night, so it probably crashed 6 or 7 times. Yeah, everyone was saying anti-cheat, turning off anti-cheat helped. I didn't do that ever. Also I couldn't run it with the fucking Steam overlay for some reason. When the launch with Steam overlay on. It was the first, when I first got it and tried to launch it, it wouldn't run, and first thing I googled, somebody's like, turn off Steam overlay, it launches for me. That solved all my problems. But I have a very old computer, like a 980 or something. I have an old computer as for a streamer, I guess. What's a Souls like that's not from? Because I can't answer that. Because I don't feel like I know an example of. Neo did not. That does look like a bit of a Souls-like. Yeah, I wouldn't really put Salt and Sanctuary there. I did play that. Didn't love it. Yeah, it's inspired by, but so is, you know what else? You know what other game is like massively inspired by Dark Souls? Enter the Gungeon. And I wouldn't call it a Souls-like. That dev is a insane, massive FromSoft fanboy through and through. And that was his biggest inspiration. Not to me, Loken. I think Neo's the only one I've seen that I think is like a true Souls-like. Didn't Neo have a lot more projectiles though, or am I mistaking that for something else? No, yeah, no. Neo is just a Souls-like. I'm sure there's a ton of them out there that are just bad. Like all the XCOM likes that are nothing like XCOM that just use shitty tactical combat. I'm sure there are plenty of garbage games out there that have Dark Souls style combat. And nothing else that's good about them. Yeah, Nier had all the projectiles, right? That was the bullet hell one. That's why I'm telling you, dude. Game names have just blended into a giant ball of chaos up there for me. I don't know anything anymore. For Souls-likes, yeah, Destroyer. I'm sure they're all pretty bad. Lacquer, thank you for the tier 3. The 95 months. This is the game that I would compare closest to XCOM of anything I've played, personally. And I know that would make most XCOM fans squeal, but it is true. Oh yeah, they're so bad, Overwatch. Your name's even Overwatch. But like, combat is not what makes XCOM special. It's just not. The combat is not that intense. It's not that unique. It's amazing to me how many people play XCOM, Brand. I think it's because so many people play it reloading without Iron Man. How many people play XCOM and don't realize how important there's like a background meta game going on of staying ahead of the aliens. And I think so many people just think it's about winning the mission you're on, and like so much more than that. But if you never fail a mission because you reload every time, then you never would experience that. You'd never see that. You'd never recognize that's a part of the game. And it's not to fucking shame those that play that way. It's fine. It's just weird that like so many people love that game for just the combat. Which is also why fucking Long War is so insanely good, because it builds upon that aspect so well, as on top of adding to the combat. We are talking about My Summer Car. How many people didn't realize the combat wasn't the main part of that game, you know? It's crazy. Are Reavers scary, chat? There's lots of them. I need more men. I've not played Kenshi. Is that the RimWorld one? My Winter Car win? I don't know. I can't wait. Kenshi look fine. I just don't feel like I need it. instantly take a new oath, huh? Okay. Because I have RimWorld, I don't... It's the same with everyone's always like, I can't believe you don't mod RimWorld. But, like, I like RimWorld. How the fuck did RimWorld get banned in Australia? What are you on about? Drugs? Like, legitimately, that's the reason? Drugs? Because you can, like, make drugs? Wow. Oh, just for the console release? Well, that doesn't matter to us Twitch nerds. Where drugs give positive benefits, unlike the real world. It was actually removed from Steam. Wow. I had no idea. I would have never guessed. Bunch of wimps over there in Australia, huh? Yeah, that's what I meant, Lacquer. Pharmaceuticals. Like, I don't even need to get into coffee or caffeine or any cigarettes or any of that shit, but pharmaceuticals. Wild. I guess this is why the Republicans are scared. We could turn into Australia. That sucks for indie games, though. Because, like, indie games, they get to push the limits with that shit a bit. AAA is still avoiding that kind of stuff. Yeah, they were trying to do a physical release, yeah. Brand, that's exactly it, right? They're trying to get mainstream. And then it becomes a problem. I wonder if they knew that. It could have just been naivety, right? Like, that they had no idea they were going to accidentally fuck their Australian audience. Disco Elysium did it and it wasn't banned. Yeah, it's true. You don't like they didn't have to go physical. That was just purely a choice and only for like such a small, probably a smaller audience. Definitely a smaller audience than what played it. Like, how many of us are buying physical in chat? Can we get a quick poll to estimate? A yay, nay? I haven't bought physical except for Christmas presents for people in 8 years, at least. You still are, Duff. Unless, although you're that set on it. Okay. So maybe there is a bigger audience for it than I realized. Because that's more, that's that right there out of the number that were polled is more than I expected. I have no idea how that works if a game gets banned. If you own it, they don't take it away. Oh. Well, that's not as bad then. I thought people just got robbed. Just no new sales. Well, that's not as bad. Seeing as it's the, you know, pretty old game, been released quite a while now. Sims DVD, like the Sims, like little people with diamonds over their head. They had DVDs? Like Sims Girls Gone Wild or something? What? Forgot to name Donbert. Don't you kill him. Genital jousting is a treasure. It didn't deserve the ban. Free genital jousting. I would have been a perfect sponsor for that. This is the Oathbreaker one or whatever start. I have a few people I didn't name. I'm bad at my job today. Just not super in the game. Distracted. You're a ghost host. Because you're probably going to end up dead. You're a bump kiss. Dumpster Gravy. Thank you for the 20 gift subarinos. I felt like I had somebody cool to name for you, but I don't. I'll find someone and honor you the way you deserve. Thank you very much. Just because I still wear the headset, right? It hasn't worked for years. I just wear it for you when you show up. No, I can't believe I've fucking treated this thing like garbage. And it has lasted
And it's not because you're here. I love these headsets. They work fine, and they feel bulletproof to me. Everybody always yells that the charging cord breaks, but I think people just suck at plugging and unplugging charging cords. Is USB-C the like GoPro and Switch and stuff? Yeah. Those are better. I'm an idiot. I went and fucking filled my vape and didn't bring the vape juice back with me. It's alright. Blade thing for the 40 months. My front door is right here. Like right here. 3 feet away from me. So, I always leave these on my chair. I hang them over the arm of my chair, and every time my kid and dogs come in, they get knocked on the floor and trampled, and I'm yelling about it. But these gotta be years old now, aren't they? Were these from you? Or did I get these from chat? I think my first ones were from chat. And these were from you? Oh, you have to crash now? Alright. See you, buddy. Sleep well. Thank you very much. The last one was 9 days, Swabbies. Start confident. Your renown will increase. Cannot use ranged weapons. I don't have any ranged weapons. Let's just take it. I wonder if can't be confident is overridden by start confident. Probably not. Probably the other way around. Yeah, 10 days again. So probably 10 days. They're not as exciting as I thought. Maybe there'll be some cooler ones. This is just a bad start. I don't want to fight you both at the same time. You think that pulls them? Probably. They're kind of far apart. Haha. Good, Kathy. How are you? Oh, you're the scarier ones. I don't know enough about the north to remember who's who. Good start. Power. Oh yeah, fucking getting them. Ouch. Ouch. Such a banger. Oh, come on now. Hit his fucking head. Goodbye, friend. No!
my god, team. Well, goodbye, Kath. Fucker. Cocky thing with the 16 months. Oh, I should have let him hit first. Oh well. Oh, you're fleeing. We're fine here. Everything's fine. Can't stop me now. Why'd I move you there? This idiot's still confident. Why'd I move him there? Oh my god. How is he still confident? Kath just no-nose brain damage. Easy. Ioka. Maybe the 79 months. Ramskin, thank you for the 60 months. I'll kiss all of you on your peepees. No, I won't. It's against the rules. You're gonna get killed by those cops, but I don't want to fight that. There's new classes and new starts. A whole new world. There isn't any new map stuff that I know of besides like spots. Bulbor, you're the 10 months. It's a fun name. Am I on a fucking quest that I just ran a million miles away from? Think so. I was being chased though. I can't even be mad. Pharmacist, thank you for the 2 gift subs. Well, I don't think I got to tell you guys on stream. I tweeted it though. I had this fucking mom messaging me
so upset that her kid didn't get to sell cookies this year, which the kids get like nothing from it. They get a little bit of money and like prizes or whatever. I don't know. They get stuff, I guess, but it's not a lot. And it's a lot of work for the kids. And she was so mad that we only got to do one cookie booth at Girl Scouts. And it's because there's no cookies. The Girl Scouts have a severe shortage of cookies this year. So if you see your Thin Mints, get them because they're not available like anywhere. But she must have bitched at me for like, I don't know, hours. Hours. And then I started to get like she was just salty with me feeling, you know, decide like I think she just doesn't like me. Which turns out a little bit true. She was upset that I became a leader and she didn't. Because she's been a part of the troop for like 4 years. And I was like, well, you know, we gladly would have your help. This is a volunteer organization. None of us are paid to do this while you bitch at me as if I'm in charge. No, like I could understand, understandable if she thought that she couldn't, you know, if I got the role and she didn't. To which she responded, well, I don't have time for it. But the one I didn't get to explain on Twitter was I worked at tech support. You can yell at me pretty much all day, and I'll just smile and nod, and let you just vent. I'm in the back of my mind, you know, obviously I'm calling you all sorts of horrible things. Then why exactly? Is what I was thinking. Are you even bringing this up? Then? But then she had like well, what qualifies you? State comment, and I couldn't explain this on Twitter because it was too much to type. And that was where I did almost get mad. Like, what qualifies you to be a leader? And I said, you know, my daughter. And she didn't get that. And I was like, well, you've met my daughter. She's a good kid, right? You've told me many times how good my kid is. Smart, good kid. That's my qualification. And she just shut up after that. But it's very funny. The other mom wanted to like throw her kid out of the troop. And I was like, yeah, I volunteered to be yelled at, I guess. I can't complain too much. I had to get content for the stream somewhere. She wanted to be parents. You know, I made a big long rant about parents and this fucking weird hostility that they have. And I understand you want to do what's right for your kids, and not what's right. You want to give your kids the fucking moon. You know what I mean? You want to go above and beyond for them. But like, what are you teaching them if you have them quit because things didn't go their way? What are you teaching them if you get shitty with every employee that, you know, fucks up your order or your reservation or whatever, right? Like, it's just crazy to me how parents just don't think about that. You want to give them everything, man. Yeah, you do. And I've made big, expensive plans. That's part of it, too. Big, expensive plans, and put a ton of effort and thought into, like, making a perfect day for my daughter. But I've been a parent now for 9 years. I realize that's not reality. You can invest all the time and effort you want into making it a perfect day, but your kid might just decide they are in a shitty mood and don't want to have fun today. That is what it is. The one that drove me the craziest with my ex-wife was trick-or-treating. She would literally drag our child house to house. Like we couldn't afford candy. And my kid would get burned and tired and like burned out and tired and be done and not want to get any more candy. And my wife would like do the whole, ex-wife would do the whole like, you know, and I'm not trying to be mean to her. And I get in her head, she thought she was doing our kid a favor. Like, you're going to regret if you don't go get more candy. But yeah, you still try to make their day, absolutely. But when it doesn't go well, you have to just accept that and explain that. The days are just going to get fucked up. Reservations, who hasn't had something end up going horribly wrong with reservations or plans? Just, that's life. You must have fun was fucking hell. As a human being, that's annoying, Holly, like anybody. And it still is like a mentality that so many parents have. I paid money for this. You're supposed to be having fun. But they're not. So move the fuck along. Hand over the map and you may leave this place alive. Didn't I already know where that was? I don't know if I just failed that quest or what I just did. Life does. Again, it's not just parenting, man. We've all been on a vacation or a trip or had a party plan that just didn't go as expected. Yeah, he is mad. Okay. Right, being? I think that there have been many times where my kid isn't having fun, and time was the answer. To just let her, you know, hang out, watch what was going on, and eventually she might have fun. But very different to if you sit there and push them over and over and over and over. And I'm not an excellent parent or anything like that. I think it's just thinking beyond yourself. Exactly, remember, there are times where kids just, okay, this will be something later. This is the one I already retreated from. My kid didn't want to ride any carnival rides at all. And after like an hour of watching her friends do it, she decided to give it a whack. And she loved it and rode them the rest of the day. But if I would have got mad and sat there and tried to force her to do it over and over and over. We tried the Oath Star. But this is like the first meeting where I'm going to be in charge and it's all about body image. I know some parent's going to say something stupid to me. I can't wait. Spent all morning about teaching girls about body image, which is just a really tough topic to begin with.
There's just like not really good answers for it, you know? Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Girl Scouts had some really good resources, actually. I learned a bit about it today that I didn't know, so. But there's a lot of just like, it's all over the place. That's that fine line of like, it's okay to be fat, but you also want to be healthy. But you want them to make that choice to be healthy without feeling like they were pressured into doing it. It's kind of like we were just talking about with getting them to do something new and out of their comfort zone. And I'm a man. Not that we don't suffer from body image, but explaining it to 9 to 13-year-old girls. They weirdly like me, though. I'm happy with that. They're all mad because I'm not allowed to camp with them. One girl was even like chanting for men's rights, which I felt bad because poor girl has no idea what she's chanting for. But it was sweet. The thought was nice. Dad writes, yeah, I'm not allowed to sleep in the cabin. I have to sleep in a tent outside. It just makes sense. It's nothing. I'm glad. I don't want to sleep in the cabin. And that's what she was like, fighting for my right to sleep in the cabin. Think I can kill one on unhold? Somebody might die. Oh, no, dude, I'm volunteering, Lacquer. That's what I eventually explained to the sweet, innocent, dumb girl. I would rather sleep in a tent. Yeah, I lived in a house with 2 women. That was enough. I don't want to be living in a house with, like, what do we got? 14 girls now, I think? Plus moms? I'll be in my tent. Secretly vaping. Do I shit in the woods? I mean, I will. But I don't think I have to. I don't think that'll be necessary. I'm still allowed in the cabin, just not sleeping. Her mom Alice's mom volunteered too, but is already quitting. She's like, fuck this shit. I can't deal with these moms. And I'm like, great. Boy, that fucking hurt, huh? Do I blame her? Oh no. Well, yes. I think that people are... I think it's fine. I don't think anyone's that bad. And I would, like I said, I'll gladly deal with it to get to... I don't know. So yeah, I blame her a little bit. But I expected it, so that's the difference. I'm not surprised she doesn't like doing that shit. She thinks she does. In her mind, she's like, I want to volunteer for everything, and then she does it once and goes, these people suck. Don't kill him. Or do. Is she wrong? I think people suck. Sure, people in general, as a whole, suck. I think it's worth it, which is why I'm somehow became a fucking cheerleading coach. Got a shirt and everything. And now a fucking temporary Girl Scout leader. Luckily not the pageants. I did kind of just stay away from that one. I don't like it. I want my daughter to do well, so, you know, because I just want her to have everything. Makes her happy, right? But sorry, Bumpkiss, you weren't long for this world. But not a fan. The whole concept of them freaks me out. Makes me uncomfortable. These are not your standard beauty pageants. But they're still creepy, yeah. It's all creepy, though, if you really dig into it. Especially where I'm from, it's all got... yeah. Issues. Expensive, though, too. Jesus Christ. I had to buy her 2 dresses, 2 shoes. She can say she's sponsored by Devolver Digital, which is tight. Cheerleading's over for this season. Girl Scouts, there's a few dazzes show up, but they don't participate. We'll see. Yeah, that sucks. Most of them have sons, and I really think that's it. Like, they go to their sons' stuff, which sucks for the girls, but I think a lot of families in my neck of the woods are the fucking 2.5 kids, white picket fence, dad works, mom doesn't, like old time, old fashioned. Dad coaches our Rocket football, the kids football. I think they had like 11 dads coaching, which I'm not an expert in football, but I don't think 11 coaches adds up to the right number of jobs on the field there. Yeah, like each kid has a personal coach. Instead of just, I think, what is normal for football? You got like an offensive, a defensive, and then an overall coach, right? Usually, I think is what we had in high school. 3 coaches. Maybe like a special teams, but I think that was shared with some other job. But small town. It was also, what did they say? I think it was 96 kids
out of, I'll have to text my buddy, but roughly like 96 out of 120 boys in our school are on the Rocket football team. Because at that age, there isn't like, they don't get to pick. They don't get to, everyone gets to play. Yeah. Of the like 120 possible children, 96 of them are on the team. And half of them are like not interested at all. They're just there because dad wants them to play football even though they're 2'6". You can have positional coaches. Yeah. Baseball probably isn't any different. I just don't know anything about baseball because we don't cheer for baseball. We just cheer for football. The girls don't cheer baseball. But I'd guess baseball around here is about the same. Boy, this is a struggle run. I don't know what to do. I can't find any good hires. I'm so injured right now. Can't afford to heal him. Sports are fun. I like sports. I should have took that caravan. That was the answer right there. I regret that. Sports are fun. And like, if you want your kid to do it, or if your kid's showing the interest in doing it, especially, like, they have to start young. It's rare a kid starts something in their teenage years and ends up doing it professionally. I wish I would have played more sports as a kid. I didn't have anyone pushing me to do it at all, and I was too shy. And he's like 9. It's crazy how young they start shopping football kits. I guess all the big sports. The last one did not go well. Everyone should try everything. When it comes to kids, I think you're pretty close. And stuff like that. I think I'm pretty there with you. Obviously, everything is always a stretch, but that's why I'm pushing this pageant thing so hard. As much as I hate the pageants, I'm so proud that she's willing to try it. Because she has to do a fucking dance routine on stage. She has not been a girly girl. And I know that that's not the way to say that, but whatever. She just hasn't cared about any of that stuff at all. So seeing her put the effort into being her own person is really awesome. And that's really what it is to me. Like, is there a way to say this? It doesn't sound like I'm shitting on my ex-wife? No, I'm not shitting on her. I don't think it sounds... Anyway, my daughter has very much emulated my ex-wife. Everything she does, the way she takes care of her hair and all that shit is just... My ex-wife doesn't care about any of that shit. Makeup, hair, clothes.
She's an old emo girl that, like, all she does is a flat iron and t-shirts and jeans. So I'm happy to see my daughter, like I said, trying something different with herself, her own personality. Doing her makeup every day before school and stuff like that is cute. It's hers. Not just doing it because mom does it. Not that it's mom's bad, just be your own person. Yeah, and again, I'm really trying to stress here that it's not that mom's pushing her to be her little mini-me or anything. She's not. It's just they were close, super close. Still are. The sad doggo noise, but it's good. My dating history. Wait, this is Spotify? I can't listen to this. Oh god. Yeah, that's what she listened. That I think she just went and saw Machine Gun Kelly. That's it. You nailed it. Dumb Fox, I think it was $20. Is Alice old enough to be a people? I think she is old enough to definitely start trying to be. She's showing interest in it. I thought she was too young for makeup. I will say I didn't want her really getting into makeup. But my brother's wife was here and taught her how to do makeup. And she does it very, very well and very, very subtly. And so, Dad doesn't complain. But yeah, this is a good question. Is she young enough to really individualize? Games from the 50s, maybe, probably. Sounds like it. Omniflare. This is body image month. As long as you're happy with how you look. You don't need to judge their clown makeup. I mean makeup. And healthy without, but don't be too pushy about the healthy part. God, it was a lot to read today. I'm ready though. Bring it on for my body image speech. I'll record it for you, chat. No, I won't. I'd like to though. It'd be funny. Clowns can be beautiful too. Yeah, like that Kevin Smith movie where they raped the clown. They clearly thought clowns were pretty. Rehearse it on stream. I can't. It's sad that we have to say keep up on regular hygiene, but it's true. You do. How many Machine Gun Kellys could there be? This one's like a emo rapper. He like goes back and forth between like emo and rap. Your brother likes somebody who's basically an emo girl? I wish I would have been. Now that I have a daughter, I'd know so much about makeup and hair that I don't know. It would have been so useful. Just a depressed kid. See, I was a punk rock kid. I had to hate the emo kids. It was the rules. I didn't have a choice. There's a line drawn in the sand. Somewhere out there, there's still a MySpace page in my name that says, like, I hate emo music, but emo girls are hot. It's pretty much word for word what it says somewhere out there. From when I was 15 or something. Yeah, my daughter's starting to like her own music and stuff now too, which is cute. Because it was just whatever mom listened to. Now she controls the radio though. Bounces it all over the place. Occasionally does turn on the classic rock, make Dad proud. Goth kids are coming back? Oh yeah. Like, it's like a mix between goth emo though. Like, emo's already old enough that, like, there are kids who wish they grew up in that era. Because it only lasted for like 6 years. Yeah, Durst. I used to talk about that a bit more when I was young and talked about high school more, but emo music was like the introduction to gay at my school. Up until that point, there wasn't a single male or female in my school that was openly gay. They were definitely an accepting group, which is good. Because bullying is going to get me arrested at some point, I'm sure, in my hillbilly town. I've said since, even me, like, those who've been around long enough know this shit about me now, but, like, I was so naive to all of it. Just didn't know, right? Like, it just... sorry, I'm trying to decide what I'm doing with Kath. But if genuinely, and not just making a joke here, I think if I would have grown up today, I'd fucking be bi for sure, dude. Why not? Sounds great. But it was like just not even an option to consider. Especially growing up
as unconfident as I was. Like fitting in, following a group was so key to surviving mentally. Really, they're just awesome, man. Alice is still... It's not common here, really, right? It's not something you still see. Still isn't. And if you've seen any of my tweets about Alice to Jasky and stuff like that, Jasky was her, like, first introduction to a gay man. And so, I don't know why, but she just has, like, this sweet spot for Jasky, her gay friend from New Zealand. It's very cute. She's still confused on the topic and too young for me to really... Like, I've done my best, but, you know, she's still a kid. Yeah, I think that... Because it's not that I'm trying to downplay sexuality or anything like that when I say that I think I could have been bi. It's that I do believe that I just didn't really even see it as a viable option. Like, it wasn't even something I took any time to consider men as attractive. And as I get older, I do. Just as a comparative factor for fun, because I'm no longer afraid to say it and get shit about it, right? I do believe that it was at least an option. At least an option could have existed had I grown up in this generation instead of mine. Or in a different school, even. Didn't know Jassy was gay. It's funny because he doesn't really... Well, when we're streaming together, it doesn't get brought up a ton. Oh, my sub expired doing shit. But he doesn't really talk about it. He definitely doesn't, like, thrive, live on it or anything like that. It's not something... I think his community talks about it a lot more than he does. Which I get. I know it was a big debate for streamers when we first started doing this 8-9 years ago of, do I even bring it up because I don't want it to be the focus of my stream. And then there were people like OMG Chad and stuff that did want it to be the focus of the stream because fuck it, they want everyone to know and they want to, you know, stand up for it. Whatever the appropriate wording is there. I did see, though, I need to do something, that we can... There's a tag now. Just a second, there's a tag now. Oh, wait, don't search channels. Change tags. I don't know how Twitch works. Come back maybe 55 months. Yeah, I've always felt like I never fit into those conversations either, Holly. I know you've been around when I've talked about it, but like it's not me, right? Like I don't have as much of a horse in the race to feel like I should be having those conversations. I think Jasky's always kind of respected that with me, that he just, it's not that I don't want to advocate for it. Advocate was the word I should have used earlier. But I, like, even Kath knows this. Fuck with Kath and me for years now. I've had to use Kath to get the right terminology, the right way to do things, to go about things, because I just don't know.
Same with Apollo, dude. We spent like a whole night on the roof, just him and I, and me just like digging deep into his sexuality and all of that, because I just wanted to understand it, not to pick on him for being a furry. I just wanted to get all of it, from homosexuality to all the Solar Star. Thank you. Oh wait, that's not a sub. That's you asking me a question. I don't like that highlight thing. The new DLC. It's subtle, but it's free. The new starts could be interesting. This one, meh for me so far. This Oath one. I'm hoping it might get cooler. Never needed a conversation. But that's not what I meant, Lacquer. Just the difference in growing up that way. I did the same thing with Booby and being black. Booby Dooby. I don't know, it's interesting to see how different people grew up. Or you being Jewish. I don't think Alice really remembers Darius. She remembers fucking Cody, though, which pisses me off. She remembers the story because we've told it a million times, but I don't think she actually remembers Darius. Her and Cody ended up getting along the best, which is cute because he ended up being the first to be a dad. But I grew up with like zero culture, you know? I didn't meet my first Asian until I was 18. Think about that for a minute. And I know, like, that sounds like, yeah, very different. No, I wasn't 18. I guess I was, no, I was 14, 15 when he came to visit me. Kid online. It wasn't even local. It was a kid online. Came to visit my brother. Stayed with us for a little while. Then he was in my wedding. My token Asian ring bearer. It was your mother. Yeah, I like. So that shit, I don't know. We had one black kid in our school until my junior year. And then I think we had 3 in the whole school. Now, this one of my favorite dads in Girl Scouts. We can hardly communicate. He's from Paraguay, and he speaks whatever the language is in Paraguay. Something weird, like It's not Spanish, no. He speaks like the native Paraguayan language. He doesn't speak Spanish. And they're not the same. Guarani? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I knew it was with a G. But he speaks like the native Paraguayan language that is not the same as Spanish. And he said has been very difficult. He was trying to explain to me, and his wife's trying to explain to me. She was translating for him. It's been very difficult because so many people assume that it's the same as Spanish, that they start speaking Spanish to him. Yeah, she met him on fucking, not Doctors Without Borders. What's Peace Corps? On a Peace Corps thing.
and married him. He has since started learning Spanish as well because it's like unfortunately people just assume he speaks Spanish, and I live in a very Hispanic town, so my town is probably like 80-20 white Hispanic, and then now the diversity's a little better. There's I don't know, a handful of black kids at least, and Asian kids in my daughter's grade instead of just the whole school. They're just in Portuguese. But I don't think that one you can feel bad, because it's like a language spoke by a very, very, very small number of people, according to his wife. Not many people speak it. Oh, 6.5 million. So it's a little bit bigger, but it's just what? Paraguay, Bolivia, Argentina, and some in Brazil. Speak the wrong Chinese. Yeah, lacquer. Really, Sleepy White Boy, that's super cool. I should have learned another language. I should have at least learned Spanish with where I live, but I was a kid without anyone motivating me to. But I remember when they first sent me out to, we have to do these fucking COVID sign-in sheets and stuff, and trying to explain that to this guy. And luckily his daughter can speak and was translating for him. And she told me what language he spoke, and I'm like, what? I've never even heard of it. She's like, yeah, most people haven't. And then I did the same thing where I assumed it was similar to Spanish. Does America have its own culture? I haven't traveled the world to compare. I think we certainly have our own uniquenesses, but this is a question. I love to dig deep into people's lives, so this is a question I've talked to a lot of people that have traveled a lot, like Jasky and stuff like that. And I don't think we're very unique. We have some like weird shit we do, like our love for our country is exceptional. The fact that like Americans, you'll see an American flag every 10 houses is fucking weird. Like other countries may love their home country or whatever, love their native land or whatever, but we like fly, like everyone just flies an American flag and it's on fucking everything, clothes, underwear, hats. I think that's like the biggest culture shock that I consistently get from my friends that travel. This is how much we fucking love our flag. Giant ones the size of fucking homes. Hanging on the sides of freeways and shit. And the other one that and I've had a lot of people come visit me from all over the place, is just the scope. I think as much as people talk about how big America is, specifically Europeans still struggle to grasp the size of the states. We are very, very big. But as far as like language stuff,
We don't really have, I mean, accents are one thing, but like, we know each other's accents. It's not, there's no confusion there really. Besides maybe like Boston or Louisiana. I guess Louisiana can get a little, if you really found somebody who was like native Cajun, someone who's truly Cajun. Because then you get into that weird French shit. Yeah, Creole. It's probably like the real only unique-ish American dialect, right? And it's because it's not American. God damn it, he's gonna die. Australians is not just their use of cunt. They have a fuck ton of dumb slang that varies pretty dramatically based on where you are. Even just their accents is pretty varied, like wildly varied, I feel. Just accidentally skip that guy's turn. With where you live in the country. The worst, I've said this a lot, but the worst English-speaking accent by far, hardest to understand, is Scottish. Like a real Scot is bonkers how hard they are to understand. It does not sound anything like English. Flush, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. She is thrilled that you have all been helping her with her pageant votes. The British community of the Scots, they speak the same language. I know, it's so different. I'm sure that it's getting better, and by that I mean getting easier for us Americans to understand Scots. I do think it's like gonna be regional. It'd be the redneck version of Scots, right? The old timers, I think, that have the thicker, crazy accent. Really, Lacquer? Haven't had that with Hispanics that learn English here. Yeah, we used to deal with this Scottish biker club, and we'd ship them big containers of parts, and like, we'd get shooting the shit, and I'd understand them for a while, and then we'd get laughing and having a good time, and he'd like start speaking normal, which was faster and more Scottish, and I'd have to like, whoa, slow down, I just can't keep up, because it would just get so crazy. The more excited he got, the less you could understand him. We need a man like this. We could need a man like this. Welcome. Oh, he's actually a barbarian too. Interesting. Smud is a strong name. Our boy here, Smud. They're my name for the 5 months. Yeah, I guess yeah, if you got into like I wouldn't even say it is more like mountain speak. RNGesus. I wouldn't even call them rednecks. But you get into some boys in Georgia, West Virginia, some of those mountain folk, they can really get just drop syllables, drop letters all over the place speak that gets pretty confusing. Hills have eyes speak, yeah. Because like our redneck hillbilly, I talked about this when I was live streaming and I was on the right on the border of Virginia and West Virginia, and the kid said, like, I kept jokingly saying hillbill, and he's like, you really shouldn't say that here because like this is actually hills country. The people take serious offense to that term, and I'm like, oh, where we say it, it's just like endearing, like cunt. Pebble, thank you for the 32 months. Who doesn't love an endearing cunt? Underdog. Can't believe you lived. Yeah, but I don't want to piss off a hillbilly on his native land, Lackert. That's the place you get buried down in that holler over there and never come back. Even the term holler, I asked like all of them, his whole family, to like explain holler to me. And it's got like 7 meanings. It can be a fucking ditch, a fucking canyon, a ravine. It can just be a distance. Everything is down there in the holler. Yeah, the South is a misconstrued one with America too. Because like the true South, Texas, I've never explored a lot of rural Texas. I'm sure there's some rural Texan areas that are like true South. But to most of us Americans, the South isn't Texas. It's not Louisiana. It's not Florida. It's the states above that, right? It's fucking Georgia, Alabama, Kentucky, and even places like Virginia and West Virginia. I can't speak. I bet, Sleepy. You got the good southern draw? Did we play a game together once? I used to play with somebody really southern something occasionally. The blend the south. Well, I just don't. It's not true. Like our deep south, and even what we call the deep south, that's fucking Georgia, right? It's not Florida. There's a big difference between the Republicans in Florida and the actual fucking Southerners of Georgia and Alabama and stuff like that. Okay, no, somebody I played, I think it was that the Isaac card game with on TeamSpeak was super Southern, like adorably Southern. It's hilarious how when a woman has a Southern accent, it's considered sexy as an American. When a man has it, you just fuck your cousin. You're a cousin fucker. Florida's kind of its own, I think. Like it's big enough that it's kind of its own domain. Florida man. Like in the election, it's so independent and such a big, important state. I think it's pretty unique. North Florida is, but that's like such. When you say North Florida, though, Prophet, you mean the border. Because, like, there's a lot of North Florida that's not. You got, like, Destin and that whole tourist trap there on the Panhandle's not. Orlando's not. It's that fucking border there. It's, like, the extreme North Florida. That's true, Lackard. Florida is, like, the biggest state for fucking transplants. Orlando's more like Central Florida. Because America's really dumb. I live in the Midwest. And I'm in Michigan. On the path, you come to a man being dangled upside down from a tree branch. A bunch of men are sitting around him. Dangled upside down from a tree branch. A bunch of men are sitting around him sharing a goatskin flask. Looking like they're at the end of a day's hard work. When you ask what is going on, one of them looks up and smiles. Whipping this fella till he's raw. You ask for what for? Another man answers. Fornicating with this fella's wife. Ah. Let's talk to the dangling man. We'll cut you down. And though I don't like wife fuckers. Wait. No, he fucked the dead horse. But the horse was dead. So what's the matter of it? Can a man have fun? I don't think a man should be put to death for fucking a dead horse. Shamed for the rest of his natural born life? Yes. So he can come with us and we'll shame him. You horse whore. The Philly Fiddler. Not a great. Sometimes the Philly Fiddler's decent. But if I had to choose between somebody who fucked a dead horse or somebody who fucked someone else's wife, I'm gonna choose the horse fucker. I can kinda trust a horse fucker till my horse dies. There's no horses anyway. Necrobestiality, that's a word. Strong word. I did not. I don't really like Risk of Rain 2. So I didn't even look. Risk of Rain 2 is Risk of Rain, but I have to aim. So yucky. I'm too old to aim. Are they all four up here? It's looking like it. Look at that little fucker. Do you think the PUBG days and how bad I aim? Yeah, I know. That's the problem. Man, this fucking side needs help, man. Face of PUBG, not the face of Twitch. Let's not exaggerate. My Philly Fiddler's dead. Done fiddled his last Philly. I shouldn't have. Well, I had to push out because the one the other ones. Ugh. Oh, well, you had enough to get back up there. Oh, I didn't name Smud. Smud is a good name, though. I almost don't want to rename it. It's a strong name. Oh! Holy shit, it's already 6 o'clock in the morning. Alright, well this run might be over. He's got the high ground. Oh, yeah, another attack. Oops. Dance, you beautiful boy. Dance. Dance. I'm gonna move someone else up in there just so they get killed instead. It's gonna give me hope, chat. Hope gets us. It's just so upsetting. And dead. Philly fit. Aw, broken elbow joint. Oh, and Mini died too. Well, that was shitty. I unfortunately do have to go to bed. It was a short stream. I didn't realize I started so late. I got distracted watching Cobalt play Elden Ring. But I get my daughter back tomorrow. And I gotta be up for that. To pick her up from pageant practice. But I'll be back, damn it. Tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Long night tomorrow night. Should be. Oh yeah, it's daylight savings time. I don't have to. It would have been another hour, and that'd be 5, and I wouldn't feel so bad. Yeah. Stupid daylight savings time. Thank you for everything you do for me, chat. I mean it. You're amazing. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna play this. I really want to check out that FTL mod, see if I like that. I don't know. We'll see. Probably this, but because I'm lazy, and the FTL mod takes work. Why don't you just take control of my computer and set things up for me? Thanks. Don't look at my porn.